title is Secret Recipe, Dave Bullock.
When I was just 4 years old, my mom made me so mad that I said a naughty word. I didn't know it was a naughty word. All I know is that when my dad got mad, he said that word. And it seemed the appropriate time for me to say that word. And when I said it, my mom fainted right on the porch. And she was out. Well, when she came to, she decided that I needed to be punished. Not only for saying a naughty word, but I needed to be punished because I was doing something that she told me not to do. And when she found out that it was my dad that taught me that naughty word, he had to be punished too. She made my dad take me to work with him. Yep! My dad was a miner, and he worked up in the mountains where there's cougars and bears and dinosaurs. Well, we drove for a long time, and Dad finally pulled his Jeep up in front of this little one-room shack. And from out of that shack came the biggest woman I've ever seen in my life. It took her 3 steps to get through the doorway. The first step, she would wedge herself into the door frame, and then she'd catch up to herself with the second step, and then she'd blow out all of her air and then pop right out of that door. Well, she scared me. She had thin gray hair that stood straight up on top of her head like Stan Laurel. She had no teeth. And she was so big. And when my dad introduced her, he says, "Davey, I want to introduce you to the best pancake cook, Esther King." Well, Esther grabbed a hold of me, picked me up, and squoze me so tight that I thought I was going to pass out. The stars were coming out, and they were starting to spin around. And then she put me down, and I went, "Oh, Esther, that was a big hug." And she says, "Oh, there's plenty more where that came from, Davey." At that point, I ran away. There was no way that I was going to ever get picked up and squozed like that from that big woman. Well, my dad finally caught up to me, and he saw an opportunity. And he looks at me. We were far enough away that they couldn't hear. And he says, "Davey, do you know why Esther is so big?" "Nuh-uh." "Davey, do you know why her hair stands straight up on top of her head?" "Nuh-uh." "Well, do you know why she doesn't have any teeth?" "Nuh-uh." "Well, I'll tell you why, Davey." And he comes in real close as though he's divulging a secret that nobody else can hear. He said, "I'll tell you why. It's because they swear, Davey. They say naughty words." And I was, "Oh, Daddy. Oh, no, Daddy. I'm never going to say another naughty word. Cross my heart, Daddy. Cross my heart 2 times, Daddy. Cross my heart 3 times, Daddy." And he says, "Well, you just mind your P's and Q's, because it'll make you look like you're not attractive when you say naughty words." Well, my dad and Emmett, Esther's husband, they went into the mine, and I was supposed to stay with Esther. I went into the cabin, and I'm sitting there, and she's talking to me. She grabs a bunch of ingredients and puts them in a great big mixing bowl, and she holds that big mixing bowl underneath her ample bosom, and she starts pounding on that mixing bowl with a mixing stick. And I said, "Esther, what you doing?" And she says, "Oh, Davey, I'm mixing up flapjack batter." "What's flapjack?" "Oh, they're pancakes, Davey. They're pancakes." And I noticed as she was talking to me, she had always been slapping her lower lip up over her nostril. Now, because she didn't have any teeth, her jaw came clear on up to here. And that lower lip just, I'd do it if I didn't have any teeth, but it was over her nose. And I wondered about that, and then when I realized that when she was talking to me, her lower lip wasn't over her nose was leaking. And it was dripping off of her chin into the pancake. I ran outside, I saw my daddy with the miners, I run over to my daddy, Daddy, Esther, no, Davey, go away. Can't you see we're having a meeting? Ooh, that made me mad. Ooh, I was going to say a naughty word. So instead I picked up a great big rock. And I was going to throw that rock at something. And I walked around the chicken coop and I saw this great big deer. And it was eating the chicken feed. You better look out, Mr. Deer, because I'm mad. And that deer just kind of gave me a side glance. And I swear I heard it say, "Go away, little boy. Can't you see I'm having an eating?" Ooh, that made me so mad. I threw that rock and I hit that deer right in the behind. That deer jumps up, spins around, comes back down facing me, drops its antlers, pointing right towards me, and then it starts pawing at the earth with its front hoof. Oh, I watch Popeye cartoons. I know what that means, so I run in the cabin and I went to sleep. And Esther is like, what scared him? She looked out the window and she saw that big deer. She grabs a rifle, she goes outside, and boom! Well, I woke up a little while later. I look out, and Esther and Dad and Emmett and the other miners, they're all eating pancakes at the picnic table. And I walk out and I see this hide stretched out on the chicken coop wall. And I go, Esther, what's that? She says, oh, Davey, when you threw that rock at that big deer, you plumb scared that deer right out of its hide. And Emmett goes, yeah, and he runned off and left his antlers too. And there they were. I was the hero of the hour. And my dad, he was about ready to blow nose bubbles. He thought it was so funny. And so he kind of sidetracked the whole conversation. He says, I don't know what it is about these here pancakes, but these are the best pancakes I've ever eaten. What's your secret? And I said, I know what her secret is. Esther's nose was leaking in the pancake batter. Well, that hurt Esther's feelings, and I was taught to apologize. I said, Esther, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. And she said, well, Davey, nobody's going to eat my pancakes anymore. I guess from now on, we're just going to have waffles.